Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the Miss Universe Philippines 2022 press conference. First of all, I want to thank all of you for being here, and I'm really excited. Let me hear it. We're very excited to have all of you. It's actually a good excuse for me to see all of my friends from the media. I know you miss me. Yeah. Alexa, ha? Next second thoughts ka pa dyan. So today, yeah. Alexa, ask a question. So yes, thank you so much. And I know, the truth is, nung umpisa, naisip ko mag-zoom sana for all of the 50 delegates. But then, ako mismo kasi medyo pagod na sa Zoom, if I'm being very honest. And I always am. So, I'm so glad that the Miss Universe Philippines organization agreed to do this. Initially, we were only supposed to have 15. But since there were a lot of the delegates that were in Manila already, we decided to accommodate all of them. Kasi, alam mo, the past 2 years, it's been very tough for a lot of the delegates who are in the top 75, top 50. They don't get to feel that presence of being on stage, of being taken, their photos taken by the media. Tsaka kayo din, I know you want to see them in person. And it's so different to see them live. So one of the things that I really would love for you to be able to do today is to be able to ask them questions. And if you know me, I always want very personality-based questions. As much as possible, let's save the Q&A for finals. So this one, I want you to get to know the delegates for who they are and for what they represent. And at this point, I'd also like to acknowledge the presence of our board of directors and also our council member. First, we have, this year we're going to be announcing a council of advisors because in Miss Universe Philippines, we believe in having a very well-rounded group of people that help us to come up with the winners. Because there's so many aspects in becoming a queen, and having these people with us, giving their insight, really helps to build that stronger queen. And with us today, one of them is Mr. Joey Gilas at Resort World Manila. Who was also a judge last year. So you'll be seeing him a lot. And of course, we have the creative director of Miss Universe Philippines, Mr. Jonas Gafford. Yung photo upload niya mamaya. And of course, our national director is Shamsi Subsumli. And the lady of the hour as well. We have Beatrice Gomez, Miss Universe 2021. And it's so nice to have her here because she didn't really have as much media exposure as other queens in the past. So this is really a really good experience for her, and going into the final weeks of her reign, and I don't want to say that, at least she goes out with a bang. And of course, we'd like to thank, first of all, our set design by Mr. Gary Dahanay. Actually, naghiram yata si Gary ng mga gamit ni Norman.
Wala nang battery.
Ito yung mga childhood toys ni Norman.
Oh my God.
So right now, I already told you what's going to be happening. I'd like to welcome Ms. Shamsi Subsumli.
Again, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for taking the time to be with us today. For the last couple of years, we missed seeing you at the main events due to the restrictions. This year, we are very happy to say that you will be with us, cheering on our delegates in what promises to be the biggest Miss Universe Philippines finals. Staging the first 2 editions were extremely challenging, but we are proud to say that amidst the pandemic, we were able to produce 2 amazing pageant finals and give the delegates a pageant experience of a lifetime. This is truly a momentous occasion, not just for our pageant, but for the country. Being able to do this event means that we are finally moving forward. If we can thrive in the pandemic, we are confident that post-pandemic, we can do even more for the pageant industry, the tourism industry, and the country as a whole. We know the impact that Miss Universe Philippines have on people. Industries and people are interwoven and we cannot separate them from each other. That is why we always try to use our platform for the greater good. Gatherings like this strengthen bonds and foster relationships. We continue to weave our contribution to society in ways that is beneficial to all. To be phenomenal, to be inspiring, and to be uniquely beautiful means you do things beyond oneself. So together, we can all achieve a brighter and better future. So thank you very much, and our candidates are all excited to see all of you. I'm sure you're all excited to see them in person. So take it away, Voltaire.
Thank you, Shansi. Let's make the girls wait a little bit longer. This is part of their training in heels. I'm just kidding. Now, I know that a lot of you missed her and want to talk to her, want to take photos of her aside from me. At this point, I'd like to welcome Miss Universe Philippines Top 5 2021 Beatrice Gomez.
Hello, good afternoon everyone. It's nice seeing all of you again. How are you?
Great. How are you?
I'm doing great as well.
Yes, so Bea, how are you feeling now that your reign is coming to an end soon?
Isn't it? I'm very happy and fulfilled for the short period of time that I've been Miss Universe Philippines. I was able to do a lot of things, and for our country, we were able to achieve the top 5 spot in the 70th Miss Universe. That's something, that's one of the fulfilling things that I was able to achieve during my reign. But other than that, I'm very happy for all of the people that I was able to meet, the learning and the learning experiences that I was able to acquire together with all of the girls in Miss Universe, and as well as my sisters in the Miss Universe Philippines. I'm very happy that I'm not leaving. Am I leaving? That I will be ending my reign with very memorable experiences.
So what's next for Bea? I'm sure a lot of people are wondering.
Well, my reign might be ending on the 30th. My contract is ending on October. I will still be with you guys for a year. So we'll have to see for the next coming months.
And what advice do you have for the girls in the other room who want your crown?
Well, I'm gonna share with them one thing that I've been doing during my time in the Miss Universe Philippines. I wasn't one of the front runners, but I didn't give up easily on myself. There were times that I got discouraged, but you know, I always go back to my core. I know what I'm capable of doing, and I remember all of my trainings, and I know that I am there not only for myself, but also for the people that I represent and for those people who are supporting me. So I try to remember all of those things, and the challenges that I go through, they become easier, and you eventually overcome them. As I mentioned in my final Q&A answer, as long as you believe in yourself, you will be able to overcome challenges. So that's one thing that the girls should remember, and that they should value themselves for who they are and not for what other people are saying towards them. So they shouldn't focus much on comments, and especially that we are in a digital age, and these girls, they're putting themselves out there in the public and to be criticized. I know it's hard, but they just have to believe in themselves.
And I'll be the first to testify that whatever she said was really true, because in the whole experience of Bea as Miss Universe Philippines, when we were in Israel, when it was crunch time, she stuck to her guns. She was always very authentic. She was genuine. What you saw when we said she was chill and casual and a silent killer, she was all that. And she might not have, racked up as many likes or followers as other queens, but she was so true to herself, and I admire her for that greatly.
Yes, and what's important is that you come out of this competition being yourself, but hindi, you don't lose yourself along your journey. That's one of the most important things to remember.
So maybe at this point, I'd like to entertain maybe 3 questions from the media. For Bea. Yes.
Mr. Donnie,
Okay.
okay.
Hi, Bea.
Hello, good to see you again.
Last year, at this stage of the competition, what is your most compelling reason to move on or to continue?
I'm sorry.
What is your most compelling reason to continue in the competition?
Ano lang yung pinakamadali? What is the most compelling reason to continue at this stage of the competition last year?
I guess because I have something to offer. There are things that I wanted to show to the whole universe. That I wasn't just the empowered girl who joins pageants, who is poised and graceful all the time. I wanted to show them that poised and graceful women can also be women from the military, women who serve the public, women who fight for things that they believe in, and one of those is being able to represent the LGBTQIA+ community. So that's one of the reasons that I wanted to continue being on the competition despite not being the front runner.
Okay, and your best advice to your successor?
My advice to my successor is that, this title was given to her because she deserves it. Regardless of what other people are telling her, she should believe that she has it. There will be times that you will be discouraged, but you have to believe that you got the position because you are qualified for it and that it is meant for you.
Thank you very much.
9.99.
Thank you.
And one last question.
Bea, hi. You went to the host country last year in the most challenging day of all in Israel when all borders started closing.
Yes, that's right.
What kept you pushing or moving forward and trying to embrace all the positivity despite all the negativity happening around you?
Well, the fact that I'm in a beautiful country, Israel at that, and I was already in Jerusalem at the height of the lockdowns. I still consider myself blessed. I've gone way too far. I've sacrificed many things already, and Mama J and Sir Voltaire were there with me, so I didn't feel discouraged right away. And the Miss Universe organization kept us safe the entire time. They assured us, although I was kind of worried that the competition might be postponed, like what happened to Miss World. I was kind of worried that it will also happen to us. But I'm very grateful that the organization pushed with the competition so that at least my momentum will still continue. And I was already very excited for the competition. I just wanted to give it my all when I was already there. And there was no reason for me to give up.
Finally, what if hypothetical lang to Bea, what if you were able to enter Israel and then Voltaire, Mama J, and Shamsi, even Tito Albert, and even Lloyd were not able to go past the immigration and they were talagang, no way, you cannot enter, we're closed now, at ikaw na lang yung nakapasok doon. What would have left to your own devices, what will you do? How will you strengthen your defenses?
Well, I've traveled to other countries by myself before. That's something that isn't new to me, so I know how to survive on my own. And besides Mama J, Sir Voltaire, Miss Shamsi, they've already given me all of the training and the advices that I needed. I believe I already have all the weapons that I needed to survive and get past through the challenges in the competition. So I'm quite confident that regardless of what happens in Israel, even if I had to do it by myself, I know that there are people behind me, even if they're not there physically, like my family and my friends, they weren't there, but I know that they supported me, so I will continue and go on, no matter what happens.
At talaga, pag natapos ni Ray, nag-bloom lalo ang mga, nag-bloom lalo.
Yes.
And Thank you, Bea.
And to add to that, before now we'll go to the girls, to add to that, even if we would not have been able to go in, we would have still found her luggage.
Yes, that's right.
Thank you so much, Bea.
Thank you so much.
You'll have more
It's
time
fun to
later.
see all of you.
You'll have more time later if you want to interview her after.
I'll see you again later.
Yes. Thank you, Bea.
Thank you, sir.